We have, there we go, they're just coming up on the screen. So we have Jose Antonio Moliere, Global Head of Innovation for Home Lines at Allianz Partners. Jose has extensive leadership experience in innovation, insurance, and consulting, and is also a member of several board of directors, including startups and international joint ventures in Italy, Portugal, and Brazil. Welcome, Jose, and thank you for being with us today. Second, we have Frank Levine, Global Head of Innovation at AXA Next. He started his career back in 1995, if I'm not wrong, as an internet entrepreneur. He's a founding. Last but not least, we have Pınar Güzey, Chief Digital Officer and Chief Marketing Officer at Sigorta. Pınar has 20 years experience in marketing and digital, both in Turkey and abroad. And now, again, with Sigorta, she's working on with this digital insurer, which is breaking new ground with the online offerings and products. So thank you, Pınar, for being with us today. Great speakers. So let's jump right into it. I'll ask you a couple of questions and let's you discuss between you and jump in just to manage the time and progress with the flow. So first question here. Starting perhaps with you, Frank. How does your organization think about new technologies, and how do you prioritize your initiatives in a fast-paced and changing world?
Hi everyone. Thank you, Luca. First of all, AXA has a very global footprint, and all our AXA entities innovate, has some initiative to innovate on customer experience, on the back end, on many different topics. So we have a decentralized way, and that's what we call AXA Next. So AXA Next is gathering investment capacities with AXA Venture Partners, is gathering partnership initiative with AXA Partners, and also we have a business innovation center that help the entities to accelerate the path of innovation. And notably, as we're doing this in an open mode with open innovation, that's what I'm heading across those entities, is actually to help to accelerate, to scale innovation from countries to others. Because we're very good at having initiative, but when it comes to scale and cross-boundaries initiatives, InsurTech does not travel.
Does innovation travel or not? So curious to have your point of view, perhaps from a more from a market-specific perspective. What are you seeing in Turkey, and how are you approaching this journey?
Okay, thank you, Luca. Shortly about Quick Insurance, maybe then we are like a 100% Turkish insurance company and founded in 2017, and we are one of the top 10 insurance companies now in Turkey. We have 3,200 agencies in all cities, and our main goal is actually to introduce our new products and to provide a better and faster experience to our customers, like utilizing technology in all of our products, and we are only 60 people. So back to your question, the digital was our focus since the beginning. So with an omni-channel perspective, we sell all our products like via internet site, mobile, and agents. And today I don't want to speak about digital transformations, very important and so on, because we are not transforming as a company. We are digitally born and we are digitally growing. So we don't see digital just being selling policies online. So first of all, we wanted to create a digital climate around Quick Insurance. We won EfmaLive award, by the way, and we have like a QWeb, and like we develop a technology that customers can buy policies online, like 2 to 3 steps. So we are not like collecting leads and calling the customers afterwards, but we are like offering like a seamless end-to-end customer experience, and we prioritize our investment in technology, the needs of our customers. So for example, we have a mobile app, which is not only a point of sales for us, but we offer a wide range of services that help our customers when they really need it. For example, after a motorcycle accident, the driver just clicked the quick help button and we immediately understand the location of the customer and send the ambulance there. So he doesn't need to make a call and tell us the location. I think it's really like a life-saving feature. And we also use these new technologies, like we launched the surety bond, which is the first and the only such product in Turkey that substitutes the bank letter of guarantee. So all the stages, such as application, credit score calculation, evaluation, and finalization, are done 100% online. And in the evaluation process, the system automatically evaluates all the applications below a certain amount using machine learning technology. And yeah, these can the answers that I can give for your question.
Great insights. Very interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Pınar. I like the point around the digitally born versus digitally transforming. That's a interesting perspective. Jose, what's your viewpoint here from Allianz Partners' perspective? Yeah, you're on mute.
Thank you.
Classic in these ancient times. Classic.
Yes. Okay. So, well, first of all, I am very honored to be here and to be part of this panel with these so prominent colleagues. So, my point, well, you know that Allianz Partners, we are the assistance services subsidiary of Allianz. One of our roles is to create services and products to improve and to enhance customer experience. So we have a good practice around claim management, especially in home. That is where we have developed this experience about the use of new technologies. I would like to say two main topics about what is the way we move around the new technologies. First is that we consider new technologies as a commodity, okay, that is already massively available. So for us, it's clear that this is not a magic potion. This is not a mean. This is not a goal by itself. This is a mean to get something. How we are working is we define clearly what are the pain points that can be solved, and we focus in very clear cases studies or cases of use in order to increase the services, to enhance customer relevance, is to have a deep understanding of the industry, the data availability, and the wide expertise as the key success factors to succeed in the use of new technologies. So for us, this is the point. The way we are putting priorities about our initiatives is we have, this is very agile, so we have a rolling digital transformation plan. This is not a yearly, but this is permanently, we are reviewing that. We put the priorities and the money based on a matrix about the potential impact and the implementation complexity. But probably what is more relevant in order to be sure that we can adapt the way we developed our products to this changing world is that first we built everything in a flexible IT architecture. So all our digital developments are developed through are easily connected through APIs to whatever core platform. I'm talking about the claim management platforms. Secondly, the concept that we use that we like very much is a concept that is called the last mile customization by default. So all our product has the possibility to be customized at the last mile. So in order on the spot, in order that per type of rules that our clients, the insurance company, would like to implement. And the last tip for us in order to accelerate these developments is the partnership concept. So we think that we need to leverage our developments collaborating with third parties. So this doesn't mean just collaborating with insurtechs, that this is clear, but as well we have been collaborating with universities in some of our developments. We have been collaborating with consulting firms, with the large unicorns. So this partnership ecosystem is critical to be sure that we can implement quickly all of our development.
Great point. Thanks, Jose. And I think a great. Just a couple of takeaways, really. I think if I connect some of the dots, I think the point around the decentralized approach and capacity, and the importance to have clear capacity, clear budget, clear understanding of that, combined with some of what you were saying, Jose, around rolling digital transformation, the importance of partnership, and especially the point around are you digitally born or are you going to transform, and what's your end goal, right? This is not technology is not an end itself. It's really what you're doing with that. Are you really measuring those output, and are you really improving your customer experience? I think ultimately that's the ultimate goal. Of course, together with the bottom line, we're not doing that for the sake of it, but it's the combination of these elements, right? And that's what I was curious about, perhaps thinking about these building blocks and thinking about what we have seen in the during the pandemic as well. What are there any new products and services that perhaps some of you have developed to tackle the evolving customer expectation, and what do you see as their new role of new technology basically in that space? So Pinar, perhaps some thoughts from your end on what you have seen in your market would be interesting.
Yeah, sure. Of course, until COVID, the demand for e-commerce and online services was increasing rapidly, but this became almost the only option during pandemic. And when everybody was at home, I'm still at home. And in Turkey, 8 million new credit cards were used on the internet for the first time. So it's huge. These are actually expected results, but the critical issue is here. When the customer came to your website, what did you do as a company in the face of this high demand? Was your website ready, systems ready for this? What kind of a customer experience did you offer these 8 million new credit card users who have never met before, who have not visited your website before, who are not used online shopping, like our moms, dads, grandmoms, and so on? So this was critical. And in this period, we thought what kind of a customer experience we can offer these customers, and developed the project, not an agent, but an agency to offer an omni-channel experience. So basically what we do is we analyze the behavior of a customer who comes to our website, and we understand that he or she needs an insurance agency, an expert. And when the user needs help at any stage of the process or tries to leave the page, we ask them whether they need an agency help or not. And if they say yes, with the smart machine learning technology that we developed with our InsurTech, by the way, we match our suitable agencies with our customers. So we show them 3 suitable agencies to choose, and there's videos, and the agencies introduce themselves, and the customer watch them and choose whoever she or feels close to. So in that way, we offer an experience as if they entered the agency's office during pandemic. And until today, when a customer was told about the most suitable agency, customers thought about a nearby agency. But with this system, the borders were removed actually. And in addition to like many factors such as purchasing behavior, location, demographic features, and the customer preferences, we also add many features of our agencies like industry experience, branch expertise, communication skills, past performance. So the user can view all these details by visiting each agency's profile page. And when the user chooses the agency is informed and quickly communicates with the customer and completes the sales of the product. So in this way, customer is helped not by a call center agent, because you don't see their face, you don't know their names, but they were served by insurance agents, insurance agencies that they chose by themselves. So therefore, we called the project not an agent, but an agency. And with this project, we managed to increase the conversion rate at the website from 3% to 8.4%. And we can say that we combined the experience and the reliability of the agencies with the convenience of purchasing policies online, like a few minutes and like everywhere. So it can be an example.
Great example. I think it's interesting. It goes hand in hand with what we think about distribution, the future of distribution, right? Really, the point around the convenience offered by online, but of course the personalized advice offered by agents. How do you combine that, and how do you digitize your agents? How do you remove some of the blocks? I think it's a great use case, and of course the conversion proved that it went down with the customers as well.
It's a good example for hybrid, yeah.
Very interesting. Great story. Thank you for sharing, Pinar. And Jose, perhaps from your perspective, what have you seen in this space, and from your perspective on around the new product, services, and the evolution coming from this pandemic?
Yes. Well, as I said at the beginning, all is about to understand the pain points from the customers, including now in the pandemic, and to try to develop solutions for it. So from our perspective in the claim journey, the main pain points used to be a lack of speed in the resolution of the problem, because we are having a problem at home or in the car, and we need to resolve it very quickly. So everything related to the speed is critical. The second point is to be sure that we keep well informed the policyholder about the claim journey to manage proactively their expectations. Usually a lack of information is horrible and create a very bad experience. And finally, to try to customize the customer journey, looking aspirationally a kind of segment of one approach. So to try to be sure that we react accordingly with the type of claims on the spot. This is not that we generate personas or standard segments and we say, well, this is the customer journey for all the old ladies in the world. No, it means that we can have the flexibility in the claim journey to adapt ourselves. So taking that into consideration, what we have seen is that some of our developments has been speed up during the pandemic, at least in the use by the end customers. And I would like to describe three products that we have launched before the pandemic and that have gotten an acceleration during the pandemic. So the first one is a voice bot that is called Macarena. That is our voice bot for the first notification and steering of claims, of home claims, whenever you have a problem at home. It means that you phone to the voice bot, to the robot, and the bot is getting the conversation. And the point here is this is not just a pure voice bot, but as well this is connected with a smart contract that automatically understand if the information collected by the bot after the semantic understanding of what is happening is aligned with the policy conditions, if it is covered or not covered. If this is covered, we identify what is the type of damage, and we can identify if the clients want to have a repair or a cash settlement. And if the clients would like to have a repair, we are, with the voice bot, be able to do the assignment or the appointment of the craftsman on the spot. So it means that just through a phone call, everything can be done in a couple of minutes, including the appointment, and all in an automatic way without individual. So this is an iconic, we say, development, because it has accelerated a lot of the process, because you have on the spot when the repairman will go to your home. And in terms of penetration, thanks to the pandemic, we have increased the penetration of this notification. Of course, the policyholder would like to decide to go to a human claim handler, but now we are in 30% of the notifications already are done by this voice bot. What it means that we have a large savings in terms of productivity and the size of the contact center. And moreover, more important than that is that we are getting a 5.4 5 stars rating. So it means that it has been well received by the policyholder. So this is one of the developments that has been accelerated during the pandemic and has increased in a good way the customer experience. We have another one that we call Vilma, that is a system based on artificial intelligence that when you have a repair quotation coming for the claim coming from the policyholder or from a third-party repair company, we extract automatically the data from the quotation. We check this data automatically with our pricing list of repair, and we can approve on the spot this quotation. So it means that just uploading the quotation, we can in 15 seconds, we can get a go to this quotation. So having a wow effect around the policyholder, because it's just a matter to say, okay, this is right, you will get the check automatically in your account. Okay, so this is a second that this is the same. This has been accelerated the implementation during the pandemic, and indeed this has been implemented in France for 3 main insurers, including Allianz, and we have gotten an insurance award some weeks ago, recognizing the innovation of this tool. And then we have the third development that is called photo claim. And here is we are using visual recognitions to extract information from a photo in order to get the coverage check, the valuation, the fair valuation of the damage, and to do the payment if needed, if this is everything okay. And we have done this for ceramic kitchen hobs, so for other electronic devices at the kitchen. And this is a proof of concept, so we are now scaling up. So yes, the pandemic has given us an acceleration in our development, especially in the use by the policyholders. So that this means this is good, of course.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And a quick question on that before we move on, Jose. Is most of what the solution you are talking about, how much is home built versus how much is in partnership? And is it insurtech? Is it big tech? I know we could speak forever about that, but high level,
Yes,
in a nutshell, basically, is it partner, or how do you go about it?
All of them are based in. So we used to, whenever we have a pain point of a case of use, we build a team, and the team always is a mixed team. So internal people, and we used to collaborate with third party. So for example, in the BILMA, in the analysis of the quotations, we have been collaborating with an expert in ICR or ICR OCR technology based on artificial intelligence. We provide with the photos and with the documents and with the knowledge, but it was a partnership in order to be sure that we generate the right algorithms. And in the Macarena, it was a complex organization, because we have been working with Luis from Microsoft, with Google as well for the part, and with experts in telco in the use of IVR technology for the contact center automation of calls. So and of course all our team included. So it was complex and always through partnerships, for sure.
Yeah, excellent. Great insights. Thank you, Jose. And I think this point around claims, how they have traditionally been a pain point, is one of the great opportunities areas, right? It's really the moment of truth for many insurers. So curious, Frank, if you perhaps have some additional insights from your perspective. What are you seeing in that space in terms of digital claims journey? Anything else you can add to the great stories that Jose was already sharing?
Yeah, maybe to come back on the previous question. I think the pandemic has been setting up many things, actually. Notably, it hit us in terms of loss, right? Like never before. It was also a great momentum, because it was an unprecedented access to mature technology, and notably AI is quite everywhere in the value chain, including in claims. It brings, as you said, also the new standards, expectations from our customers, but also from our distributors. And where we've been focusing on as a priority number one has been to scale drastically telemedicine services, leveraging on AI, like symptom checker in Egypt, in AXA Egypt, for instance, but also telemedicine, teleconsultation, appointment booking, etc. All what could facilitate access to health for our customers, distributors, and everywhere. We've launched recently messaging health check called Angel, and that worked very well, and that really give access to everyone to health services related to health insurance as well. So in terms of second focus was to digitalize the distributors and help them to get access to their clients, actually remotely. So a huge effort has been done on that. Also with all the market, if you look at all the I like this one because it reconciliates what you said before. It reconciliates digital as a sales channels or digital as a enablers for distributors, and definitely COVID and pandemic has concretized really this is really about giving access for our distributors to video conference, to edit document, to get electronic signatures, to get payment from customers directly from remote device, I would say. Now, when it comes to claims and to the broadly the customer experience that has been enhanced by all of this, basically from telemedicine to the digitalization, then we're now also accelerating on fraud detection, but fraud detection leveraging AI in order to accelerate the decision to do the payout. So I join Jose in the way we use those means and those tech to accelerate decision and to make the best of the customer experience for our clients, which is to decide actually very quickly on if we pay, how do we pay, and how we facilitate. And payment is also something that has changed drastically during pandemic across the globe. In many different businesses, and notably the fintech space has been quite hot on electronic payment. I'm also looking now deeply on what you have seen in banking industry, and notably in neobanks, which I believe is coming to the insurance business, is the KYC process, the onboarding process that could also facilitate everything. When you digitalize, when you start by digitalizing the customer journey with the customer by doing this KYC, electronic KYC. So you're going to see some implementation of that.
Very interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Frank, and thank you, everyone. We're just about out of time, but very quickly going around the room, if you like. We spoke about all of these, and of course, the underlying big theme is data, right? You can't do any of that if you don't have the right data. Again, we could talk much more than the time we have. But if we have to think about data as in sourcing the data, ingesting the data into the system, managing the data, or driving the insights, where do you think, really in a 30, where do you think is the challenge with the data? Where do you see that challenge being the biggest? So, Jose, I don't know if you want to start with really a 30 seconds comment, or what's the big challenge from your end?
Yes. Four tips. Yeah, 4 tips. So first, for me, the challenge is quality and granularity. So everything is about granularity of data and the quality of data. It means that in most of the cases, historical data cannot be the right one. So because there can be a lot of biases. So this is important to generate new sets of data without biases. This is critical, and we have done this, for example, in the Macarena case that we have said. Secondly, we need to be used to work around accuracy as the main KPI. This is not about third-time data. We need to get accuracy because the data used to come from predictive models or artificial intelligence modules. The third tip is that everything, any investment in the data understanding, preparation, and quality is well deserved, because this used to be the 80% of the time in whatever development that you want to do. And finally, very important is to open our minds to new sources of data, not only internal sources of data, but external sources of data, from structured data, non-structured data. So now we need to get a higher vision of the data.
Great. Thanks, Jose. Pınar, 30 seconds as well. Anything else to add to the data challenge?
Competitors have the same data, so they are using the same information. So it's getting harder to find undiscovered insights that could actually lead to advantages. So I believe that the companies need to like proactively adopt these big strategies, big data strategies. And the insurance is one of the sectors where the data is used most, but they don't know what to do with this data actually. So what we are trying to do is to read our data very well, to obtain meaningful results from this data. So we try to predict not only the current needs of our customers, but also the needs that they may not even realize yet. And we try to find a solution for them. So, and we believe that this will make a difference in the competition, actually.
Thanks. And Frank, closing comments from your end, last one.
To create new type of product using those real-time data in order to cover new type of risk or risk that we were not able to cover by the past. And I'm thinking about the parametric insurance business that we have in our AXA Next ecosystem, named AXA Climate, using weather conditions data, satellite images, real-time, triggering new type of coverage for clients, for the agriculture, for many other things, industry, when an index will be key to trigger instant payment, for instance. So yeah, I think.
And Sylvia, I know we have run a little bit over time. I'll pass it over back to you now. Thank you, everyone, for finding the time. Thank you.
It was too interesting to cut the discussion. Thank you to you all, Luca, Pinar, Jose Antonio, Frank, for accepting this invitation. And guys, see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now,